Okay guys, so today I wasn't sure what to work on because, you know, I got a few things in from Autoships. I have things that I've hauled. There's lots of stuff to get to. But if you haven't seen this little video on this little cutie, definitely check that out. It's so cute. It's the Spellbinders, a kit from basically a year ago. It's the July 2019 kit, but came out really cute. So I was thinking about doing this one because it's pretty quick. The decoupage stuff. I looked to see if it's available anywhere else yet. It's not yet right now, so if I have any links, if I put them in later, there will be affiliate links, which means that I will make a small commission if you purchase from those links. But for right now, I think this is only Autoship on HSN, and I haven't spotted it anywhere else, but I might use other items that might be in the links there for you guys. So that's always in the description box. Just open the description box, and if you click there, you can go to whatever item or stores that I had meant or worked with here, and you can pick things up that way. But and I would appreciate the support, so thank you guys. But this one right now, like I said, I haven't seen it, so I don't know. One other thing is on its way is the subscription box through HSN that I told you guys about, the Crafters Companion. They had it on their site, and it's weird because the Crafters Companion calls it number 25. HSN calls the next one number 25, and they call this one everyday cards or everyday box, something about every day, and it's supposedly sold out on Crafters Companion, which doesn't seem plausible that it's sold out already, but that's what they're showing. Actually, all the sub boxes on Crafters Companion are sold out, so which is kind of odd. So I don't know if they're holding it back so that they can do one of their shows, because they've been doing shows on the boxes now whenever they're ready to do that. So I have no idea, but this one's really cute. Again, it's through the HSN Autoship, and this is weird, I can touch that. I like the stamp, and I don't know that I like the stamp so much for the decoupage part of it. So I'm just going to cut this out of the paper, which is really, you know, nice. And maybe we'll try to do some other kind of background, something a little more fun. I don't know, because this one, last time I did the tutorial on this, not from the decoupage box, but the decoupage Autoship, the first set, I think I showed you guys how to use the regular papers and then also how to just color in the decoupage stamped images with like ink, just to do something kind of quick and easy. And I was kind of debating if I should use this today because I have a lot of, you know, different things to color with. I don't know. I've in my mind I thought, no, I'll just cut this. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'll have to think about that one longer. And maybe I'll do a different video on that, because I would like to do, if I was going to do like no line watercoloring or something like that. So maybe we'll do that later. So yes, you have your dies, you have the stamp set you saw there, and then the papers. And the papers are all the same, and they do have some that supposedly you can download. And people are always asking where that is. Usually on Crafters Companion's site, if you want to download other colors or other papers they have, or more of these. I'm not exactly sure what they're offering because I have never looked into it. They have a tab on their site that says downloads, and you would just click that and you can download like their color charts and all kinds of things like that. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. And normally I would build something up like this on our card base. So for now, let me think of what I want to do with this. How I want to put it on a card, and we'll do our card base and then we'll do this. Okay, I busted out my brayer, you guys. This is going to be an adventure. We'll see. So let's put these things to the side for now. And I don't even know if I need this plastic thing, but I brought it out anyway. It's just from my Lifestyle Crafts kit. It came with this plastic tool to use ink on, basically, for the mess that is the letterpress. But you can, you know, ink this up on anything, or like a block, or just plastic, or just your glass mat, basically. It works okay. It doesn't work that great anyway with the Distress Oxide. So for me, it's just to get this going. So I have it here just in case I need that. And so I'm going to do a 5.5 inch square card, because I think that'll be a good size. I was kind of trying to eyeball the size of the daisies there. And this is something similar to what they have on, well, not really, but kind of, on this here. A lot of times, that's what I'm saying, if you don't know what to do, just take some, you know, inspiration from what they have here. So they have a yellow background. It looks like paper, but I was thinking about doing a stenciling, but then I was like, I'll just use the brayer. We'll see what happens. Maybe also just stenciling with it. But, and then the background or the mat is black and the card is white. So I was like, that's what I'll do. So we have the white card base. Again, 5.5 inch by 11. So you can fold it in half. I have a 5 1/4 inch square of black paper here. And this is just Recollections paper, so we'll see how it goes, because I don't know how well this paper takes any kind of cool thing to do. And then this little piece is 5-inch square. So I'm going to take this, and then I looked in my oxides, because that's kind of what I want to use, but you can use pigment, you can use anything. But if you have any other pigment inks, that would work too. So I'm going to start with this mustard seed yellow, and then I have picked raspberry, because these are literally the only two like bright colors that I have in Distress Oxide, if they're even what I would consider bright. Hopefully you can see it's not quite spreading on one side very well. So I'm just going to kind of get that going. And I'm just going to start. Yeah, it's real watery. It's kind of weird. Ooh, I like that look though. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit more because I want like that. I would wipe this. Actually, I do have a towel here. I'm going to wipe that off. And I'm going to go in with this one. I'm just going to turn it coming off the other side. I like the look of this so much. I'm going to do that again. Again, with the pigment ink, you probably get a little... Ooh, I like the way that looks. A little more coverage because it will stick to this better than this one's kind of a little bit watery, you know. I like that way that looks, though. I think... Can I get more yellow on here? Nah, I don't want to go too much pink. Okay. I think that's okay. I like the way it's kind of geometric, kind of harsh. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because that's going to help, right? What do you guys think? No one can hear... Well, I can't hear you guys, should I say. Alright. And by that time, you know, this video is done. It's kind of funny when people tell me to redo a video, or they'll say, why don't you do that? Or, not why don't you do it. It's just a weird thing sometimes people will say, like, requests that are kind of like, they didn't like what I did, so I should do something else. And I'm like, well, the video's already made, so, like, there's no changing that. Kind of an odd request. This isn't real time. I'm going to clean this up, and I'll be right back and let this dry anyway. I'll probably hit it with my heat gun too, because it's pretty wet feeling, because again, it's just that pigment. It just sits there until you do something with it. You can also emboss this if you wanted to put glaze or, you know, your embossing powder all over it, and then hit it with your heat tool, and it'll be all shiny, but I don't want that look. So I'm just going to try to dry it as much as I can. Okay, I just took away the other thing, and there's some green from the other day when I did the Anna Griffin card, but it still feels a little bit moist, but that's better than before. We'll just leave that over there. And this part is super simple. Again, you can make yourself some apertures so that you can see that you're going right through to this. I was gonna say, what is that's so cute? That's so tiny. But let's open this guy up. So again, I just added that little bit of kind of artsy in the background, something fun to do, something get your hands dirty, because otherwise, I mean, this is pretty basic procedure here, and this one does come with instructions. I don't remember if the other ones did, which is kind of nice, because if you look at these guys, we'll start with the largest one. They have this weird little tab, right? Like this little piece that's just extra and it's kind of sticking out there. Like this one has it. They all have it. And that little tab is supposedly to help you when you go to place them. And I didn't know this the first time because I wasn't paying attention to, you know, any of the demos, because that's not what I do. But there's a number 1, and suppose that little tab, if it touches that, you have a pretty good idea that you're in the right spot. But, I mean, you can still kind of have it up a little, down a little bit, so, you know, just kind of eyeball it. And that's kind of why these are also outlined in, like, white, because if you hit it wrong, you're not going to hit it too wrong, that's going to look really bad, right? So, there's that. Super easy. And you do this the same thing for all of them. Look at this light. I feel like it's facing the wrong way. Whatever. Okay, we have that one. I hate that noise. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, oh, thank goodness. I like just lost the die because I have so many things down next to me, like baskets that hold, you know, paper trimmers and score pals and all this stuff, and then things fall in it, and I'm like, well, forget that. All right, it fell on the floor though, so that's good. I'm still kind of eyeballing underneath just to make sure these things are where they need to be. So, like, you know, I'm placing this, and I can just place it like that and just be done with it. Like, look, this one shifted already on me, so I need to put more tape. Boop. Hopefully that's right. I'm going to put a bigger piece of tape down here. And then, so yeah, I'll pick it up kind of like this, and I'll give it a look just to make sure that things are just under the blade, you know? But again, with this kind of thing, it's not the biggest deal. Because you have so many layers and you can't really tell. And let me pick up that die that I dropped. Okay. And that looks pretty good. And then the last little, oh no. I was talking about, it never fails if this thing is sitting around the carrier sheet, it sticks to something, and it stuck to this. And then now I'm going to stick it to something else. This is the worst. Let me put it over here. Somebody else had mentioned the same thing. They're like, oh, that happens to me too. And it'll be like the back of my card or like an element that I already made, and I put it to the side and it ends up on there. Ay. Okay, this one's a little bit tougher. But let's stick that down like that. Okay, and okay, so I would run it through my Empress, but you know, recently, I mean, through the Gemini, but I've been using the Empress a lot recently because it's right here. If you only have a marquee and you still like this, you could definitely do these in your marquee. You just have to cut them down a little smaller so you can run them through a piece at a time. So it's something you can still use, of course. You don't have to put it all at once, but it's just kind of convenient that this fits here and we can just get it all done. And that is that. Oh, I hope those things didn't shift. That's the one thing about the magnet in the Empress. It actually does its job, and it really like will take up your dies. So pretty. I mean, look at that. It's pretty great. But again, it has a lot of white area around it, so like there's no messing that up, in my opinion. You have these three tiny little things put over here. It's adorable. And then these guys. And like I mentioned before, if you want to keep this page as a template for the next time you use it, you can just leave them right on here, bring out your next paper, and then you eyeball and make sure everything's in the right spot, and then run it through, and it'll work out. But it is kind of a lot to take care of at once, so I just eyeball it every time. Okay, so what do we got? This. Let me see how this might look. Yeah, I guess so. That's the bottom. It's kind of weird spray. Like, it's hard to tell. I kind of like it like that. So it needs to... Let me figure out how I want to orient this, because it's hard for me to tell. Like, I like that the pink is with the pinks and the yellows over here, but at the same time, I feel like that's top heavy. See, it's so funny, right? The way the colors... I feel like it almost needs to be like this. Okay, so I'm just going to layer these up before we do that. And again, wet glue if you're not that great at matting. That way you have some time to move it around. I'm not that great, but I'm just going to go for the dry adhesive here. I've been having good luck with these adhesive runners the last two. Other than that, they always kept breaking like after using it for maybe a couple of cards. And I would try to put it back together. I even told you guys, okay, I was able to do it. It was not working. It was not working. Oh, this is hard to see. With the white on white. I'm like, I think that's a little bit crooked, but that's okay. Okay. This guy still feels a little bit wet. I was thinking about getting some paint and splattering some like white dots on here. I think that'd be cute, but we'll just move on. I'm gonna turn that over. I just realized we need a sentiment, but you know, you can put whatever sentiment you like, obviously. I don't really want to leave this on here flat, and that's what's kind of, you know, that's what I'll do. I'll build this up over here, and that way it'll all have dimension. Because if I put it on here and every time I go to put a layer, I'm going to be dealing with how much squishier I'm making this bottom layer. So I think that's what we'll do. Okay, what do we got here? This way? There's no other pink one? So the yellow one has a few layers. And the red one... Oh, red and pink and the orange. Interesting. Okay. And I'm going to use this stuff, and I wish I had filled it up in here, but I can see there's enough in here that I don't have enough to work with, and I don't feel like refilling it right now. But it's just my Call Out 3D glue gel. Again, that's why I mentioned at the beginning if there might be some affiliate links, it would be for things like this, right? Any of the other items that I used, because the daisies are not available right now. But if they become available, the link will be there for you guys. Okay, so I'm just kind of putting that there. So yeah, I haven't really squished it down yet because when I put the next layer it might squish it, so I kind of want to reserve the squishing until I'm pretty much done with all the layers. Put that one on there. Okay. So right now what I did was I kind of adjusted it with my fingers and squished it. And you can squish wherever and whenever you think you need. And this one should be something I would put on with that little syringe, but I don't even know where this one goes. Let's see. Let's look at it from this side. It appears to be the middle of this guy. Right there. And again, this is a little bit crooked. You can use your dimensional adhesive. I have a whole kit of dimensional adhesive from Anna Griffin that's really cute because it comes in its own little box that you can always keep together, and that one has like tiny ones for decoupage. I don't know if that's available, but you can maybe Google it. I'll try and find a link for it too. There's that, because I bought it a long time ago, probably a couple years ago. And then this one, okay, so this is the other thing you can do with this stuff, is use something to help you apply it. Like this little guy. Take that, take the glue, put it on the back. I might even have to use this to help me apply this on here. Okay. And I guess I could have started off with this, all this on here, but I did not. And what I'm going to do is put the glue on this to make it easier. Of course, do this in whatever order you think you like or what you need. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to mention is that the dies have a lot of texture on the back of them. And you'll see when you use them. And if you already have some. So this is really nice for the stamps because it just gives it a lot of texture. And then it puts the texture into the these guys, the die cuts. So just another added, I think, feature. I'm just laying that on there for now, not quite squishing yet. Where's my poker? I'm trying to get a good idea. Like this one looks good. This one needs a little squishing. So if you're using a dimensional adhesive, a dry one, you don't have to mess with this too much because all the layers are going to be exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? Because it's flat, exactly the same thickness. With this one, it just needs a little help. And I'm going to eyeball where this might have... I feel like it's going to be like in here. That's dangerous. But again, do this however you like. I'm just layering it up a different way than I did any other time. And I can look at it from the side and give it a squish. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alright, now this stuff is cured in 24 hours, but it does take a few hours just to dry. So I'm going to leave it pretty much the way it is because it's very heavy with glue. Oh man, I just saw things like this. Like that's one time I never think of like, oh, I should add this and maybe add some of that, or maybe I could have sprayed a little spray. But you know, obviously we do whatever you like. We do need like some kind of sentiment, but I don't know what that would be. But if I had it, I would put it like in here, or just a nice card, right? I mean, it's pretty. I have some of this pearl stuff, liquid pearls. I don't normally use, but I put them in front of me so that I would use them more often. So let me see if I can maybe get some of this going. Where? I don't know. And I always do the same thing. I do like a little one of these, another one right next to it, if I can get them the same size. You know what I'm saying? Just like 3 little dots, and I'll do the same thing down here. This is very artsy. I love the background. It looks so pretty. And I'm going to let that dry. I'll have some pictures for you guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Another quick little tutorial with these decoupage. It's fun. Alright guys, I hope you're all doing well and having a great day and staying safe and healthy, and I will see you guys at the next one. Bye now.